Richie, bullets and broadheads. Hunting started last week here in Jersey. Bow hunting, that is. And somebody asked me a question about how do you practice for bow hunting. Well, let me just give a basic intro on how we do that, because there's some advanced techniques, but let's start with the basics. Your arrows. I'm assuming you bought your bow, you bought your arrows. Once you get your arrows, figure out what you're going to hunt with, what type of broadhead, fixed or mechanical. So if you get a fixed blade, do a spin test. You get the blade, spin. Make sure it spins like a top, there's no wobble. Get your 3 best arrows and tune them up. What I mean by that is shoot them into the target, make sure you're on target, and then these are your hunting arrows, and put them in your quiver. I don't practice with my hunting arrows. I just make sure the beginning of the season that they're flying true, and I keep them in my quiver. Because what happens when you keep practicing with them, you know, arrows slap against each other on the target, the fletching gets damaged, and they could alter the flight. So put a broadhead on, whatever you're hunting with. If you're hunting with mechanicals, it's not that much of an issue because they fly better. They fly like a field point almost. But when you're hunting with fixed blades, which I love, by the way, these are the G5 Strikers. Great hunting blade. Put them on your bow. Make sure they spin them. Make sure it just spins like a top. And then put them in your quiver. These are the ones you're going to hunt with. I also have the nocturnals on here. I did a video on them. Great nocks. Okay, so how do I practice? Well, once you establish, you know, build up your strength. How I practice for hunting season is I don't shoot 100 arrows at a session. You can't, because it fatigues you. You get tired and you get sloppy technique. I only shoot 15 to 20 arrows every about 3-4 days a week. But what I do is every morning I get up early in the morning and I go to work, and I come outside and I shoot 1 arrow from different yardages. One from 10 yards, one from 15, one from 25, because that simulates hunting. And what I mean by that is, when you're in a tree stand or at a blind, you don't have a lot of movement, and you're not drawing back your bow a lot. You know, you want to keep movement to a minimal, especially in a tree stand. So when that moment comes, you simulate pulling out a cold, pulling with your muscles not fully warmed up, and it stimulates a 1 arrow, 1 kill. So that's what I can really stress when it comes to bow hunting is you get 1 chance. You don't have enough time to put another arrow and get another shot. So make sure when you practice, shoot 15 to 20 hours a day as if you're hunting. What I mean by that, simulate in your mind, you're drawing back, you have the deer, you have the vitals, and shoot from different spots in your yard, wherever you're shooting from. If you have a tree stand set up, that's even better, but I can't do that on my property. I don't have a tree good enough to do that. But if you can, just simulate hunting. Fire 15 arrows a day from different points, and make sure that you're comfortable from 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards, etc. I don't go beyond 30 yards because I don't feel comfortable, even though I've been shooting the bow for years. There's a lot of factors. If you can hear, the wind plays a factor. You're hunting from a tree stand, trajectory of the arrow, branches that you may not see 30 yards out. So I can honestly say that of all the years hunting with archery, I very rarely get a bad shot. Does it happen? Yes. I have a couple of gut shots, a couple of shots high in the spine. But I always found a deer, luckily enough. I never wounded an animal where I couldn't find it, or I don't know what happened. I just make sure the shots I'm taking, I am fully confident in the shot I'm taking. So when you practice as if. You know, don't just go back there, sling it as many hours as you can, because, you know, that don't really count. You got to practice as if you're in a hunting situation, as if you have that buck in front of you. So a few days a week, I come back here, I have a rangefinder, I have spots in my yard, 10 yards, 15, 25, and the max on my property is 30. And I practice from those ranges. And I know I'm confident in that type of shot, different angles on the deer, You want broadside as best as possible. So that's how I practice for hunting. You know, for archery and competition, it's a little different, but not that much, you know. But for hunting, you only get one shot. So practice as if. Get up early in the morning when if you're done brushing, whatever you got, you know, you come downstairs, you get your arrow, go in your yard, and practice as if you have a buck in front of you, and this is your one shot, one chance to get him. Are you confident and have enough skill to take that shot? So that's all I can say about practicing. That's how I do it. I found this the best way. You know, when you get your new bow, you want to shoot as many arrows as possible, and you realize how tired you get. You can't shoot arrows for 45 minutes to an hour. You get too tired, and then you start getting sloppy, and your technique starts to suffer. So practice as if. And I'm going to do some other videos more advanced, how to shoot from a tree stand, how to shoot from a ground blind. There's a lot that goes into that too. It's, you know, I'm talking about standing and shooting in your property. So get confident and practice, practice, practice. You don't have to shoot 100 hours a day, 15, maybe 20, but as if you're in that real life situation and a buck of a lifetime is in front of you. So that's how I practice. Get up early in the morning, go out, take one shot, one arrow, one kill. Because that's what you get when you're hunting. All right, that's it. I want to say, everybody, thank you for subscribing. I want to give a special thanks out to Lucky Spring 696. He really is helping me out here, giving me a lot of great advice. And I really want to just give a special thanks to him. I think he said he wants to start hunting, or interested in hunting. I think he's interested in crossbows. I'm thinking about getting one. I love compound bow. I've been shooting them for years. But crossbow is a different animal, and I might get one. You know, there's a lot of good ones out there. Is it archery? That's up for the debate. You know, people think it's more like a gun, but that's just how I practice. Again, an ethical shot, a shot you're confident in. Those bad things happen out there sometimes. There's a shot go awry and something goes wrong. It does happen, but as long as you know you put in the time and the practice to take that shot, and that's only the humane thing and ethical thing to do to the deer, basically. All right, make a good shot, clean shot, double lung, heart, and you'll have no problems out in the field. All right, over and out. Hope you guys like this. It's pretty much how I practice, get ready for hunting season. I'll do some more advanced techniques later on, some vids. Take care, guys.